standing up a lot of times nowadays doesn't even involve getting physical with people, but it does involve conflict.
Yeah.
And conflict freaks people out.
Yeah.
They don't like they don't like to have to defend their ideas. They don't like to have to defend themselves in terms of what they want to say and all this other kind of stuff. And the issue there is very clear. If you have not trained your brain
Right.
to think in particular ways. I lost you there for a second.
We're back.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You have not trained your brain and your mouth to think and speak in particular ways, and you go off half-cocked on something because you're so upset about it or emotional, you may get a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
You find that people don't appreciate that. So, I remember years ago, I was in a verbal judo. I took a verbal judo course and got certified in that by the guy who had written the program, Thompson, sheriff for many, many years. And he came up with this program. Verbal judo is a way to speak to people, to de-escalate and get them to comply with you. And it's basically centered around law enforcement and people in crisis. So they're approaching this person. This is the worst day of their lives. They need someone to speak reasonably to them. How do I do that so that you don't jump off this building? Or in his case, they would bring him in to negotiate for hostage rescue, things like that. He talked about being brought in because a father was holding his child at knife point because he thought his child had been possessed by the devil. And he wanted a priest to come in and exorcise, and that's what they did. They went and got a priest. He comes in, does this thing, and the guy let the kid go, and nobody had to die. So it's things like that. It's a very interesting. But his take on it was this: of the 100% that you are going to use a verbal judo, only 8%, like this much, was what you said to people. The words you actually spoke. 8% was that. 92% was your tone. It was the manner with which you approached, spoke, your body language, the whole thing of it. When people are in crisis or when they're criminals, their mindset is skewed.
Yeah.
And so how you approach them and the way that you spoke to people made an enormous difference. Even if you didn't quite know which words to say. And I think that's what I see as an issue in today's world, where we're all talking about free speech. We're all talking about First Amendment. Everybody's trying to get the words right, but the way that they say it is all over the place.
Yeah, that's good.
It's too emotional.
Yeah.
You got to bring it down. You got to center yourself, whatever. Take some deep breaths. And then try to speak more reasonably in a tone that you would appreciate to be spoken to.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think that's part of the problem that we're experiencing.
Oh, it's a huge problem. People can't have conversations.
Yeah.
So